Hi, Judy here. In this short presentation, I will share an overview, very high level, of the origins of many of the management principles we will be discussing in this course. Keep in mind that while examples of management thought and practice can be found throughout history, in this course we will hone in on the development of modern management principles, which started around the late 19th century. Modern management principles can be traced to the latter half of the Industrial Revolution, in and around the late 1800s. It makes sense. The need for formal management studies grew out of the Industrial Revolution, when companies began to grow far larger than ever before. Management no longer involved overseeing a few dozen employees. Now, massive corporations with hundreds or thousands even of employees began to sprout. Studies and scholarly contributions from about 1880 to 1950 are often considered to comprise the birth of modern management and can be segmented into three basic themes: scientific management, administrative and bureaucratic management theories, and human relations or behavioral management theories. And beginning around 1950, we see the emergence of what's referred to as contemporary management theories. Here, too, the academic work can be loosely organized into three general categories: contingency theories, organizational behavior, and systems theories. The earliest studies comprised the category of scientific management, where the focus was on studying workers' movements and processes to test for efficiency in a quest to find the single most efficient method for every job. Often referred to as the father of scientific management, the most famous scholar we will study in this category is Frederick Winslow Taylor, who famously published The Principles of Scientific Management in 1911. Next were studies that focused on administrative and bureaucratic principles. These works went beyond studying the individual worker to include analysis of how organizations should be structured. And here's when Henry Fayol published his 14 management principles of management, which are still very applicable today, and we will study those in more detail. Some criticized scientific management at the time as ignoring the study of people, what motivates them, how do incentives work, and the influence of team dynamics. And this led to work involving human relations and behavioral research, still very popular today. The next category of studies is called contingency theories, or what I like to call it depends. This is when scholars began to rethink the quest for the one right best solution and introduced the idea that workers and situations are different, and what is best will depend on situational factors. This is also when the idea of studying organizational behavior was born, most famously by Douglas McGregor, who coined Theory X and Theory Y types of management, which we will study more about, but basically contrast two management perspectives. One, Theory X, that sees workers as inherently lazy and unmotivated, and the other, Theory Y, that views workers as inherently eager and wanting to do well. And finally, and most recently, are the more complex works of contemporary management focused on the perspective of the organization as a set of interrelated and independent parts arranged in a manner that produces a unified whole. This includes gurus like Peter Drucker and Michael Porter, who you will see referenced often in the course. As mentioned, we will go into much more detail on these principles as we move through the course. This was intended to just give you a high-level overview.